Okay, Gina, back over to you.
Okay, how's everybody doing out there? Was anybody able to connect with anyone and make a follow-up call right now, or maybe even a follow-up text?
I was able to do 3 follow-up texts and ask questions and get people at least started for the day. I think in the morning, this early, I like to send texts so that, you know, hopefully they will respond, but I would have a chance later in the day to connect with them again.
Fantastic. 3, look at that. 3, just boom, 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 really quickly. That tells me she's not talking too much. She's not backing the dump truck up. She's asking questions and collecting a decision. Great job, Deborah. Anyone else want to put themselves out there?
Well, I actually connected with someone that I've been trying to connect with all week, and it's actually a new associate. So we scheduled a Zoom later on today.
Perfect. I love it.
I love this training, Gina, because you know you can do all the other work, but if you don't learn this skill, you did all the work for nothing. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not just doing the do to do the do, you're doing the do to help the person make the decision that's right for them. So if you're afraid to do this, if you're not skilled at this, you know, then ask for help, get somebody to get on the phone with you. But if they can't, and there's a lot of people that don't want to make a decision. They'd rather just learn for 20 years, you know? So you have to identify that, right, Gina? I mean, and you may, if this is where you're weak, this is a critical place to get strong. So great training.
And that's why the first question I asked today, Cindy, is how many of you want to make more money? Because you know what, when they say the fortune's in the follow-up, they mean the fortune is in the follow-up. This is where it all happens. This is my favorite part of the business, you guys. I love collecting decision. I love leading people forward. And you know what, when you go into it with the positive mindset, your energy, your vibes, your passion, what they hear in your voice is far more important than what the words coming out of your mouth, right? And they're going to gravitate to that. So whatever you do, make sure you're in the positive mindset before you pick up that phone.
Gina, I did 2 calls, and as I finished up the first one, I realized that if you had been guiding me, you would have said, well, you need to get not just her commitment that she's going to take time to watch what her husband has already seen. Now she's the one making the final decision or deciding what they want from it. But she and she was just delightful and very interested. But I did not get her. I told her to text me as soon as she had done what we talked about, but I didn't set the time that I would call her back. And that was a mistake that I realized as soon as I had not done it.
And that's okay. You know what? We're all on this journey together. We're all learning, and we learn from those mistakes. So thank you for being so transparent. But you know what? It'll just give you a chance a little later to say, hey, did you get a chance to watch the video? Right. No harm done. Good job. Thanks, Elsie.
You're welcome.
Gina, this is Kathleen. I have a question about what do you do when someone says they need to talk to their spouse? Because I'm getting that a lot, and I have 3 women now, and mostly it's about the skincare, and it's just kind of dragging on, and I'm not sure how to. The women really want the skincare, but the husbands are not giving them an answer. And what do you do in that situation?
You know what? I always identify and relate. I just say, you know, I totally understand. And I appreciate that you do need his permission, maybe to spend the money or whatever it might be. You know, is it possible for us to share with him a little bit together about what the benefits may be for you in using the skincare, and possibly even for him as well? Because it's not just the superficial, you know, reversing the wrinkles and aging, right? It's more about prevention. I think of it as preventing, you know, those harmful spots and craters that could appear later on or anytime in life because of overexposure to sun or who knows what, right? So men don't want to wrinkle any more than women do. We all need protection inside and out. But I just like to ask him if, you know, would it be okay if we talk to him together, or is there, you know, some information that I can help you send him? Because oftentimes they can't transpire inspire what you just learned, right?
Yeah.
And
well, I have shared with two of the husbands. One of them, well, yeah, it's just.
And you might just say, hey, you know, does she have a birthday coming up or an anniversary? Is there something that maybe you'd like to gift her this for? Because I think this is something that's really, really
okay.
you know, sweet to her heart. You really want to win her heart. Let's give her something that she will enjoy and use.
And I love that idea.
And
all right.
A woman has to ask her husband for permission to buy skincare. I would say, can I show you a way to make your own money so you can spend on whatever you want? I mean,
yeah.
that is a clear sign of a woman who is hogtied, and a man is her plan, and she's got no money of her own. I would ask her if she has ever considered earning her own money so she could not have to have these conversations.
Trust me, my tongue, I'm like, what? But yeah, I'm with you.
Great idea. And I mean, how many times are they in the grocery store going down the cosmetic aisle and they're buying something cosmetic? Did they have to call their husband and ask him? Probably not. So they're probably overthinking that, but I agree with Cindy.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
So Gina, I love this. And this is Ruth. I just wanted to say thank you for going over this. I've been focusing the last 6 months on really talking to people on my chicken list, you know, where I'm working with another caliber of people, but I noticed that my posture has gone back to smaller posture because I'm stepping it up with who I'm talking to. And so what I see is then I go back to not practicing these skills you're talking about. And I go back to my old skills because I'm not comfortable with this caliber of people. How can you give me some guidance on that?
You know, Ruth, I think it's all about mindset. When it all happens here and you believe in yourself, and oftentimes it's about the people that pour that into you, right? Because that's what happened for me. I didn't have a lot of self-confidence when I first got started in this industry. And it was really about somebody else that, like Jerry White, that believed more in me. He saw potential. He saw things in me that I just didn't even see. But get around people who can feed you positive mindset, who can, you know, where you can feel comfortable and good about yourself, because I can guarantee you that even the president of the United States puts his pants on one leg at a time. Okay. There's nobody out there that's any greater or bigger than any of us. And at the end of the day, human beings are human beings. We all have the same nature. We all have fear factors. We all have doubts, but you know what? We all pretty much want the same thing. So just believe in what you have. You have a gift to give to someone. You are a messenger. You know, you're not attached to the outcome of their decision, but you have such a tremendous gift to give that there are so many people that are going to be, you know, shorted from this gift if we don't open our mouth. This is a huge responsibility and a commitment that we hold in our hands here to get this out to the world. So it's just about believing what you have and that it's your responsibility to just open the door and share it, and the rest is up to them.
Yeah, you know, Ruth, one quick thing. The other thing is that no matter what someone's socioeconomic status, ASEA is no less than it is for someone who makes less money or who is in a different line of work or something like that. ASEA is still the same. You're still sharing the same technology, the same gift as Gina was talking about. So just it's a mindset of where you're going and to who.
And Ruth, they may be an influencer in their space, but you're an influencer in this space. So they're going to respect you for being, you know, a professional in this space, rather than crawling back into your hole and being an intimidated person who's not a professional in this space. So if anything, you should step into your leadership shoes as opposed to stepping out of your leadership shoes, because you're going to be more respected by those influencers if you do.
And Ruth, I just want to share one quick story with you. I have a platinum who's on this training today who actually did have someone on her chicken list just not too long ago, less than a month ago, maybe a few weeks. She finally crossed that line, gained the courage to reach out to this woman who happens to be a chiropractor, right? Probably felt like this was above her line, but she reached out, and you know what's transpired from that? 5 levels now of depth in this chiropractor's organization, who really just wanted to share the product with some people she knew. And we just quickly got with underneath those people to help them share the product with people they knew, who shared the product with people they knew. This is how it happens, all because she reached out to somebody on her chicken list. Okay. So that's where it happens, guys. Get that chicken list out. And you know what? We've got a long weekend. Some people may not be traveling. Some people may have some extra time. I gave my team an assignment this week on our training. And I said, you know what? We all have one of these, right? We have a phone, and guess what we have in our phone? We have a contact list. And I can guarantee you that there's 3 people in there that you haven't talked to yet. So I gave them a challenge. Get in your contact list, find one person who's a business owner or somebody in business, not an employee. Find somebody who's into health, you know, maybe a trainer or just somebody you know that's healthy. Okay, not the cripple walking across the parking lot. Somebody you know who is somewhat interested in health, maybe takes vitamins, maybe works out. And then find somebody that you might imagine has some kind of a health challenge that they may want to improve. Okay, 3 different categories of people. Reach out to them, contact them, feel the fear and do it anyway. And you know what? We did that, and we had 2 more enrollments the next day. Guys, it just happens that easily. So sometimes we overthink it. So that's my assignment for the weekend, Cindy.
Fantastic. So have a great Memorial weekend, everybody. We will not have a Power Half Hour on Monday, so we'll be back on Tuesday. So have an incredible Memorial Day weekend. Gina, great training.
Thanks, everybody.
Fabulous.
Have a great
weekend.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bo and Cindy.
One.
Have a great weekend.
Great training.